ThruNite sent me their BSS V4 flashlight to review for y'all. Their motto is guiding you through the night. That's why it's called ThruNite. I say illuminate the night. So let's see what's in it. It's almost 6 inches long. It has a tactical bezel, which can be quite sharp. USB, rechargeable. The side switch acts like a normal light. You press to turn on and hold it to go through the different lights, low, medium, high. With the stripe bezel on, it has a flower effect on the light. Let's see what else is in the box. Has a lanyard. You can attach it to the back. Has a pocket clip. It has a filter to use for red light, and I'll show you that in a minute. It has accessories and replacements. This is for the rear button, a replacement for that, just in case. That's nice. And covers for the USB. My pocket light came with 2 also. They're the same size. Now I have 4. Maybe they fall off easy. I don't know. And it comes with a holder to put on your belt or to hang up. It's of decent quality. I've seen better, I've seen worse. The rear light is the tactical light. It is the brightest. It's nice to have that handy. When you turn on and you want firefly mode, you just hold it to turn it on. You press hard. or press for a long time. It has a memory of the last light used, but with the striker bezel, it gives you that flower light. It comes off. That's handy. They say that it can actually, if you put that in your pocket, it can ruin your pocket, so. There's the firefly. Okay, let's try the red filter. The one thing I didn't like about the filter is it's a little piece, it's a part, and it can get lost, instead of just having the red light built in. I'm not a flashlight geek, but they're out there, and they know their flashlights. The flashlight itself is 3.2 ounces. It's lightweight. Maximum distance is 820 feet. It can withstand up to 2 meters of water, and it has an impact rating of 1.5 meters. Good information if you're a flashlight geek. For us nomads, I think it's nice. I like it. Here's the USB. It came with a black USB cord. I've got a billion of them now. Everything comes with a cord, so I've got quite a few of them. I happen to have a white one handy, but it did come with a black one. They're all kind of the same. This comparison with the pocket that I have, the ThruNite. That's the firefly mode. I like that one, especially for inside the van at night when I need to find something. Honestly, I like the pocket one better. I keep it handy on my dresser, and I use it a lot. Sometimes I want to look something inside my dresser. So I grab that, and I can actually put it right in my dresser to see what outfit or what shirt or what pair of pants, socks that I want to grab. Today I want to talk about overcoming fear. I see on Facebook, on my Facebook group, and comments down below, and emails that you're fearful of becoming a nomad, or you're fearful to take the first steps. Sometimes nomads who have been doing it for a while can be fearful about things too. I mean, I know I have to overcome fear of things. You know, I'm not perfect. Soon I'll be taking a trip across the country. I haven't done it and traveled that far and long for a good year and a half. So yeah, in my mind I run through things. Well, Our greatest fears lie in anticipation. We are fearful of bad outcomes, about the future. So I want to give some tips on how to overcome fear. Fear should not rule our lives, and we want to get going. We want to get where we want to go. We want to move on with our future, and we don't want to be fearful of it. So let's go on with some tips about being fearful. So we fear things that haven't happened yet. Like I said, our greatest fears lie in anticipation. One tip is to acknowledge that you are afraid of something and question that fear. What is the worst that could happen if I did that? Then write it down. Get it out of the subconscious mind and get it into the conscious mind and look at it. It's like, boom. Wow. It might lose a lot of its strength just by reading and going, well, why would I be afraid of that? But sometimes in our self-talk, we're like, ooh, that's so scary. When we look at it, we say, well, that's not so scary. Identify the emotions that are connected with that fear. Would it make you sad? Would it make you angry? Would it make you jealous? Yeah. I remember hearing that anger stems from fear. Did you ever have somebody scare you and your adrenaline's and it made you afraid and you get really angry, like, why did you do that? Detach yourself from the emotions of fear. And I talked about that yesterday. Detach the emotions from it. Got a fear here. Let's just say it's sitting right here. If you can detach the emotions from it, lay down, close your eyes, and visualize what you're afraid of. And then visualize visualize yourself taking the emotions from it and tossing it into the universe. That energy goes back into that energy, because this has energy and it's affecting you. Here's a great tip. To get rid of fear, fill your mind with gratitude. What do you have? List all the things that you have to be grateful for, and that's a lot. If you're living here in the United States, they say that you're in the top, or even in Western, you're in the top 5% of the world. If you have money on your dresser, you're now part of the top 4%. Yeah. Think of all the things that you have. Think of what you have and not what could be taken away from you, because that's part of fear. Number one fear of nomads is break-ins. They fear break-ins and losing everything they have inside of their rig. I mean, yeah, that would suck, wouldn't it? I wouldn't like it. Yeah, but it can be replaced. It can be replaced. And there are so many good nomads out there that would help if that happened. They would help you. I mean, you could even get a GoFundMe page going, like, oh my gosh, a GoFundMe. There's HOWA, Home on Wheels Association. They'll help you get started again. That's what they're there for. I know there are nomads, and I probably am one of them. I don't like to venture too far from my minivan because of break-ins. But if you think about it, what's the worst that could happen? Yeah. I mean, they're not going to take every little thing. They wouldn't have time to do that. But that's number one fear of nomads. I think the next one is fear of not being able to find a safe parking spot. But, just do it. What's the worst that can happen? A knock on your window? Yeah. And then another fear is a fear of a breakdown, that your rig breaks down. But, I mean, I have AAA. A lot of you, if you don't have AAA, you have with your insurance. You can get towed. So get towed, And they can recommend a good, reputable mechanic wherever you are. And you get it fixed. If you need to, you can go stay in a hotel. So you can play what's the worst that could happen? You can deal with it. Don't be afraid of these things. Okay, here's a tip. Breathe. Just breathe, yeah. Didn't Faith Hill sing that? Breathe? Yeah. There are people who are afraid to take tests. They freeze. And they do so poorly on their exams and their testing in school, college, because they're afraid of taking tests. Everything's like choke. They choke. Everything blocks. Well, they've found through research that breathing does help with test scores. And it's going to help dispel a lot of your fears. And you need to breathe through your belly. Take 10 deep breaths. If you become afraid of something, you feel fear, take 10 deep breaths. Yeah. Good tip. Try it. Be mindful every day. At least 10 minutes a day. I'm going to tell you, when my last video, I talked about the future. And after that, doing a video like that, I'll get comments about being mindful of being where you are, being mindful of the moment. Well, I suspect that they're saying that because they think, well, don't think about your future. You need to be mindful of right where you are. It's important to be mindful where you are, but we also want to create our future. We can be mindful in the moment, living in our future. That's really where we're supposed to be. The vibrations of putting out the vibrations into the quantum world, that I'm moving throughout. I'm mindful of all the things around me, the trees, I'm feeling, I'm listening to the birds and the rustling of the trees, and I'm looking at the trees. But in that, I'm also living in my future of the way I visualize it's going to be. But be mindful of things every day. Like, what does this feel like? I'm right here, right now, and talking to you. And yeah, there's a couple fellas over there. I think they're doing Tai Chi. They're learning Tai Chi. There's a car going by. It's a beautiful day. Beautiful clouds. I'm being mindful in front of you. I'm mindful. A really great tip to overcoming fear is to always visualize a good outcome. No matter what, visualize a good outcome. Motivate yourself through positive self-talk. We're all talking to ourselves all the time. And another tip is to have positive friends that you can talk to about if you really do have a legitimate fear, or even illegitimate. No fear is legitimate, really. But talk to your friends about it if you have some really good friends. I'll tell you, your friends might not always be supportive. If they're not really your friend. So it's not, I know you already know this, but let me remind you, it's not the quantity of friends that you have, it's the quality, even if you only have one. And you can also be your own good best friend. Finally, the best tip is to just take action. It doesn't matter if you're afraid of it or not, just take action. Yeah. Just go through it, walk through it. Walk through the fire, yeah. Whether it's going for a weekend on a trip that you've never done in your minivan before or your rig. Take action. Just walk through it. Walk through your fears of standing up for yourself. Don't be afraid to talk to strangers either. Oh, stranger danger. But there's going to be people around you. If you're a nomad and you're at parks or you're out boondocking, they're strangers. It's just people you haven't met yet. Unless they look dangerous or something, you can go up and talk to them. You can say something to them. You don't have to sit and have an hour conversation, but you can say something to them and say something encouraging to them. Speak up. Use your voice. To remember the little things in life. To be happy to dispel fear out of our lives, number one is to be yourself. You owe it to the world to be you. Don't be afraid to be you. Just be yourself. And remember that you have a lot to offer the world. You are unique. Remember that. Those two are so important to remember. Remember everything that you deserve in life. You deserve love, peace, happiness. You deserve them. I mean, you're a human being. You're on the earth. This is your time to be on the earth. We're all on this earth together. Isn't that amazing when you think about it? Like, you're out there listening to this, and I'm over here, and I'm saying this, but we're together in this. We're on the same planet. We're speaking the same language. We're here together. You deserve to have happiness, love, and peace. Remember, perfection is unattainable. It just is. We're humans. We're flawed. We're humans. Don't try to be perfect. When you try to be perfect, you're just like, yeah. You go nuts. You get off balance. You can't be perfect. You know, I would love this video to be perfect. I would love my editing to be perfect. I would love to say it perfectly. But I'm not going to. I mean, you know, I'm going to say, and so, you know, here and there. I'm not perfect. I don't have a perfect YouTube channel. I don't say the most perfect things. Yeah. I found out it's unattainable. I can't be perfect. I can't look perfect. I can't say the most imperfect things. I can't create everything that's going to be perfect. I've had people say, oh, you're just a perfectionist. Well, I do want to put out good quality, but I know it is not going to be perfect. And you're not going to be perfect either. Don't even try. Do the best you can do. Put out good quality things, but don't even try to attain it, because you cannot. And isn't that freeing? Yeah. Remember to always speak from your heart. Be genuine. People will recognize that, and they'll want to be around you. And be honest with yourself. Don't lie to yourself. Be honest to yourself. Be open-minded. Take a chance on a new opportunity that comes before you. Yeah, be open-minded, and be open-minded about people too. We're not all the same. They're trying to be themselves. We're trying to be ourselves. Surely we can come together just being ourselves, right? Now here's a big one. Remember, pursue your dreams. They're your dreams. You have visualized them. That's because why they're dreams. Yeah, we visualize them. Now we're going to pursue it. Pursue your dreams. And I know that a lot of you, what your dream is to live the lifestyle, being free out here and traveling. So let's get started pursuing it. I will tell you, now's a good time, that my project I've been working on is a book. And it's how to get started living in a minivan. I'm focusing on minivan life. So it'll be ready to go pretty soon. And it's got lots of lists and lots of things in there that you can write down and keep track of and check off for yourself to get going so you can pursue your dream. Remember that mistakes are a part of life. Oh, I've made a lot of mistakes in my life, yeah. But they're part of who I am now. It made me who I am. So if you do make a mistake, use them. And I mean, they talk about famous people who invented things. Think of all the mistakes they made before they actually discovered something. Mistake after mistake. We enjoy a lot of inventions, medicine, all kinds of things. And it came from those inventors and those discoverers from making mistakes. And you're going to make them too. You've made them already, probably quite a few, like all of us. Use the knowledge that you have. A lot of time, I talk about taking the emotions out of an experience, a bad experience that might be holding you back, and taking it and throwing it out into the universe. So what do you have left? You have that experience. It's not holding you back because the emotions are out of it. And then your body is more in balance. But what do you have? Guess what? You have wisdom. Use that. Our experiences that we have taken the emotions out of are transformed into wisdom. Last, I want you to remember to be positive. Just be positive about things, your life, other people. Look at the good side of people. I mean, this is advice. I need to take my own advice too. Be positive about other people. Be positive about yourself. And be positive about what's ahead of you that you're walking towards. And send out those good vibrations. You know, the Beach Boys, you know, Brian Wilson, he had something going on there, didn't he? He wrote that. He went off by himself and he wrote that song all by himself. He went off alone for a while. And then when he came back together, he had the Beach Boys recorded. They were amazed and the parts that they were supposed to do in that song. It's a good song. It's one of my favorites by them. So good vibrations. Put out good vibrations into the quantum physics, the quantum world. Good vibrations about the Lord. Be positive. Work on these vibrations. Don't be working down here, but work up here in these higher vibrations with the light, the positive light. I hope you enjoyed this video today. I wanted to put it together for you. I think it is important to remember these things. I can't give you a traveling cinematic video right now because I'm at the precipice of finishing my book. And it's going to be finished soon, but it has consumed a lot of my time. So I hope you enjoyed this one. And I love you guys. I do. Subscribe. Thank you so much. Give me a thumbs up. Thanks for watching it all the way through. You guys are great.